Lovely Geminis, I'm Bang Baby and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at what you can expect for the rest of December 2021. Please keep in mind that my messages are for those who need it most, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? I do know I'm a little late, but I still got time in December, so I'm going to crank these out, then I'm going to go work straight on January, alright? But other than that, I hope you guys are well, I hope things are good. Woo! Hope you guys are thriving despite, whatever might be going on, okay? So let's see what we can expect. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of love and light, I ask that you please give me insight. Please give me one message for Gemini, December 2021. Ooh, okay. Alright, so I have one. And it says, fuck, shit is about to get real, okay? It says, fuck, you need to... It says, fuck, you need your people around you, okay? So shit's about to get real, and you need your people around you, okay? So I think it's interesting that, because when I was doing my intros for the rest of the zodiac signs, oops, I forgot one thing before I get started. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be using 3 decks. I'm going to be using this, the Oracle Rebel deck, and it's basically going to be giving me a card to summarize what your December 2021 is going to look like, or what exactly you're going through. And then I'm going to be using Tattoo Tarot to give the story details and whatever else needs to come out. And then I'm going to be closing out the reading with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card for advice. Okay? So this is where we start off with this, right? This is one Oracle card, and it says, fuck, shit is about to get real. Fuck, you really need your people around you, okay? So I think it's interesting, like as I was saying, that because when I was doing my intros for the other zodiac signs, I didn't say anything like despite everything that's going on. Okay, so for me to do your reading and to have that come out of my mouth, we all say things differently, especially recording a whole bunch of videos, but I think it's really interesting that I said that, all right? So maybe you do have a lot of stuff going on. Maybe you're about to, okay? Please keep in mind that this is not for all Geminis. This is for the Geminis that need to hear it the most. Okay, so remember, if this resonates with you, good, keep it. If it doesn't, let it fly. If it doesn't apply to you. But I feel like some of you guys are definitely going to be going through something, or you guys may be already going through something. But you need your support group. You need your people. But the one thing about Geminis that I know is that they're very independent and they like to take care of their business on their own. They are very social. So that's the two interesting sides, is that one side is very social and likes to talk a lot, and then the other side is very independent and they keep a lot of their sorrows, a lot of their struggles to themselves. They don't like to share that with other people. So right now you might be going through a stage in your life, or you might be going through events that are really taking a toll on you, and you need to have people that you trust around you. Okay? So let's see. Right now, I'm shuffling the cards to clear out the energy from previous readings. I want to give you guys a clean slate, especially with a reading like this where it says you got a lot going on and you need people that you trust around you. Some of you Geminis have people that you think are your real friends or your real tribe. They're not. Okay, they're around you for convenience, or for convenience, because maybe you offer them or you give them something that is beneficial for them, but they're not really there. Like, you know how people, especially like those with money, like they have a whole bunch of people around them, then as soon as they lose out on their money, they have no one. It's just them. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. Again, this is not for all Geminis. The Geminis that need to hear it the most. You guys know who you are, okay? You will feel it. So definitely be careful. I want to say be careful with who you have around you and make sure that they are worth having you having them being around you. Okay. But then this is for other Geminis too. Another message that I got. Another message that I got is that for some of you guys, especially those who are independent to a fault, where you guys definitely don't want to look weak or look like you guys are down, there's going to be a time where you guys need to let that happen, okay? Because you being independent, you being the strong one, can only last for so long, okay? So some of you guys might actually go through a period where you break, and that's okay. We're humans. You have to remember we're humans. But I definitely feel that you're going to need your people around you, and that's okay. But I feel like some of you Geminis actually have a hard time admitting that you're going through something, that you're feeling a certain type of way, especially when it's negative emotions like sad, frustration, depression, anger. But some of you guys have a hard time asking for help. So that's another thing that I'm getting to. I'm getting for the Geminis that I'm talking to, or at least some of you guys, when you guys talk, you guys tend to curse a lot, okay? Or you tend to curse frequently, okay? That's just how you express yourself. Whoever I'm picking up on, again, this is not going to apply to everybody, but for whoever I'm picking up on, it's like superhero complex, not in the sense that you want to save people. It's more so that you're like, I can handle anything by myself. And yeah, you can, for the most part, but again, we're human and there's times where you can't. There's times where you need help. There's times where you need that one friend or that one family member or even your partner there with you to support you. Some of you guys have a hard time even admitting to yourselves that you're struggling. Like, you do realize you're struggling, but then you're like, no, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. I also pick up that for others of you, some of you guys are definitely around the wrong people. Okay, like you came from a fucked up situation and you probably went into another fucked up situation because you trusted the people who you thought were going to help you. Okay? Alright, I'm going to do it one more time. Shuffle one more time. Ooh, something I forgot to mention for the other signs. I do offer personal readings. I do offer $25 general readings and $45 in-depth readings. If you're interested, please be sure to email me or message me. For my Geminis that are watching, if you guys have a unique name for Geminis, please be sure to put that in the comments. And if this reading helped you in any sort of way or gave you guidance or clarity, please be sure to share that with me as well in the comments, okay? Let's see what we got for my lovely Geminis. Ooh, dang, hold on. Okay, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of love and light, I ask that you please give me insight. Please give me 3 cards for Gemini. What is it that they need to know for December 2021? What do my lovely Geminis... Ooh, you see how big that one flew out? It almost hit me in the face. Like, wow. Okay. Ooh. Can I get 2 more cards for Geminis before I speak on that? 2 more cards for my lovely Geminis. Angels. Oh, I should also say I like my jumpers. I don't like to pick my own cards. When I get jumpers, that's the message that needs to come out the most, okay? Okay. So I feel like the number 4 is very important for you right now. Okay, because you might have to look up angel number 444. There's probably a message there for you because I have 4 of swords, 4 of wands, and I also have 8 of wands. Okay, and I know this is not a 4, but 4 plus 4 equals 8. Okay. So major zodiac signs that made an appearance. Out of all the cards that I have here, I technically have 4. No zodiacs are on the board, but I will look to see what you have. So I have Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, and then Capricorn. I'll give you that one, okay? So for my lovely Geminis, you guys might be dealing with Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, or Capricorn. You might have that in your chart, or the other person that you're dealing with might have that in their chart, okay? So keep that in mind. We are more than our sun, moon, rising signs. That's basically what our natal chart is basically a map to our soul, a map to what our spiritual journey is in this lifetime. Okay, so let's see what else. I think that was there. Yeah, that one was there. These are over here. Okay. So a lot of you guys, I feel like you're in your head a lot. Okay? So I do feel like you are thinking a lot. For some reason, I feel the need to say this. Either you are a Gemini and you're a man and you have a mustache and you have a beard, or you have facial hair of some sort, or Geminis, my women Geminis or female Geminis, you might be dealing with someone, a masculine energy that has a beard or that has a mustache, okay? I don't know why I feel the need to say that, but it kept popping up to me, okay? And you do see that he's here, right? So, again, I feel like for the Geminis that I'm reading for, a lot of you guys are in your head. It kind of feels like your head is in the clouds, because I love that. There's like you're really contemplating and deeply thinking about things. And especially when it comes down to the night and looking up at the stars and the moon, I see that in times when you're supposed to be sleeping, you tend to be restless and you tend to think a lot about what's going on with your life and what's going on around you. Who do you have around you? You know, there's a lot on your mind as of right now because that's your overall energy. And it might be around something that ended. Okay, because my death card is death, change, and transformation. So I kind of feel like, ooh, some of you guys ended a relationship or walked away from something that drained you. Okay, because you see how this person is crying and this person is a skeleton, and it's kind of like this person is taking the life essence from this person, but ironically, this person is willingly surrendering and allowing that to happen. So I kind of feel like for some of you Geminis, you guys probably walked away from an energetic vampire. And you're thinking about that deeply, like you're contemplating, like you beat yourself up for whatever Gemini that I'm reading for. I feel like you definitely beat yourself up, and you ask, how did I let this happen? How do I let this person take my energy away from me like that, or put me down like that? Okay, so I definitely feel like you beat yourself up about it. Some of you guys either lived with this person or were married to this person. Okay, and you thought like that was going to be a big part of your life as well, but it didn't turn out to be that way. Wow. Some of you guys are healing too, but in the sense that like you're very practical and logical about it. I don't see any emotions here, so I feel like you're healing, but at the same time, you're fighting off the emotional aspect of it. It's kind of like you're healing through the logic and the mental space of it, but not the emotional. It's kind of like you're locking your heart away, or like trying to avoid the feelings or avoid being vulnerable or whatever, because that's what this is here. Okay, so I had a few messages with this card, but with this 8 of Wands here, especially with the heart, like the heart right there is letting me know like you're trying to avoid feeling anything when it comes down to matters of the heart. You don't want to be vulnerable. For other of you Geminis, you guys have a pure heart, but you've experienced so much turmoil, so much bullshit, and so many like ill-willed people or ill-intent people to the point where you contemplating being the same way. So it's kind of like hurt people, and it's the mentality of, oh, let me hurt them before they hurt me type energy. Okay, that's going to apply to some Geminis, not everybody. But for those of you who guys went through something and you're trying to heal, you're trying to be logical and practical. And some of you guys, even then, you're just like, okay, I just need to move on from the situation and trying to come up with the next step as to how to move on. But this is following you shortly behind. Because even then, you see how this person is like looking this way and looking down. Like, look, even then, this person is not even looking up, looking at death, right? Death, change, and transformation. the ending of that situation, letting it go, but then the change and transformation that comes after is literally looking down and avoiding that, right? But this is the emotion part. You're looking away from that. Like he's not even in the direction of facing that at all. So I definitely do feel like some of you Geminis are avoiding feeling from the heart. And I do respect that. You guys are trying to be logical and practical. If you hear any snorkeling in the background, that's my dog, okay? But yeah, I do feel like some of you guys are trying to avoid the emotional aspect of it and just be like, okay, I gotta let that go. I gotta move on. And how do I move? How do I move on? What do I do next? What's my next step? 1, 2, 3. Okay. But definitely, whenever I see swords, I do see that you're in deep contemplation about things. Even then, I also have like a point to say pay attention to your dreams, especially within the remaining days of December and before the new year starts. Your dreams might be also trying to tell you something too, so pay attention to that. Pay attention to who appears, pay attention to what's happening in the dreams. I mean, it is a dream, so it's going to be definitely crazy compared to reality, but there are messages within the dream. So with this 8 of Wands here, it's kind of like you're contemplating, like, yeah, you're determined to move forward. You're like very passionate about moving forward. If anything, you're impatient to move forward. That's what I heard. So it's kind of like you're just like, okay, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. And this is the type of person that doesn't know how to sit still or sit with themselves for a little bit to process whatever happened. It's kind of like, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go off. And then it's with this, it's like I'm fighting off my emotions as well. Even though I'm moving, I just see more practicality and more logic and trying to move forward and forget everything instead of facing your truth, okay? But you see how with the heart, it's kind of like a heartbeat. And it shows on the card. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's kind of like little ripples. You can avoid that for so long, okay? Because those ripples send out vibration, and that just basically reminds you have a heart. So even then, while you're trying to forget everything, you can't run away from your emotions. That's probably why you're restless in the first place. Your emotions and your heart and your mind are closely like woven together. All right. So if they're both not in balance, right? If one is up here, then this one is going to be down here, and you're going to be causing chaos. If it's the same thing here, chaos, right? You guys are not matching, but if it's here, you guys match, right? So that's what this is. But I definitely do keep being pointed that you guys are fighting off your emotions. You don't want to feel the pain of that. You're just like, fuck it, I just want to move on. I just want to move on. And that's understandable. But remember, if you do it that way, you're going to get smacked 3 times harder, okay? With your own emotions. Ooh. I think it's really interesting because for an air sign, I feel like you're really closely similar to Sagittarius. I'm Sag, okay, so I'm a Sagittarius. That's why I'm able to say that. But for an air sign, I definitely do feel like out of all the other signs, especially air signs, you're more like Sag, okay? You tend to be more impatient, and you definitely go with the flow of things, but you guys move fast too, okay? And Geminis for ooh, you got more cards, but that's not it for you, okay? For Geminis, I definitely do feel like you guys are go with the flow, but you guys are fast. I was about to say for Geminis, I think it's interesting that they're air signs because I actually feel like they're more so fire signs. For air sign, they're very closely related to fire signs, especially Saggy, okay? But I do see you guys determined and passionate to move forward, motivated to move forward, but trying to cut this out, right? Trying to like just, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Okay? The next card that I do have for you is Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I do feel like you're trying to pick yourself up. You're trying to like stabilize yourself, especially materialistically, financially, maybe even like stable-wise, security, making sure you have a place to stay, making sure your home is okay, your family's okay. But I feel like you're on a journey to building that up. So I feel like you have what you want, and it's in a good it's in a good spot. But I feel like you want more. You're striving to achieve more than what you have. So if you have an apartment, you're striving to get into a house. If you have a house, you're striving. You guys starve for that. Like, yeah, you guys definitely starve for that. Like, all I can say is like I keep hearing you guys have good taste. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you guys, ooh, that's what it was. You guys starve for security, stability, okay? For the Geminis that I'm speaking to. Even if you have your own home or whatever, security and stability means different things to us, okay? But ultimately, at the end of the day, it just means that we're okay, right? So with the Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like you guys are striving for better. Some of you guys want to travel the world. Some of you guys like to wear nice clothes, like to wear nice smelling perfumes or colognes. But I definitely do see you guys are striving for more. You guys want more. In regards to moving forward, I feel like although you guys are impatient, universe is basically making you sit down. Ooh. Universe is basically making you sit down and slow down because things can't be rushed, okay? Things can't happen whenever you want it. Things take time to happen. So I feel like for whatever Gemini I'm reading for, you guys are determined, okay? The next card that I do have is the Four of Wands. Some of you guys, what I heard was for those of you guys who are starving for security and stability, you guys will receive it and you will receive more peace and abundance than what you expect, okay? So that's definitely beautiful. Wow, I love that. Some of you guys are going to end up in a relationship unexpectedly. Some of you guys are going to have like a new friendship. Or, yeah, you guys are going to have a stable friendship that comes into your life. But some of you guys are going to rekindle with family members, certain family members, or strengthen your connection with certain family members. But definitely some of you guys, just even on an individual basis, I feel like you're going to be finding that peace, love, and harmony and stability within yourself. So that's really good because even with flowers, they resemble abundance and peace to me. Okay, Geminis, I see you, dude. I see you. That's pretty cool. I definitely will say don't fight off your feelings like that. That's part of being human. You know, you can't avoid that part forever. And you can't have a stable home without you having a heart either, you know? Some of you guys are trying to cut your losses too because you see it's the same element, right? Wands, fire, fire. So even when it comes from 8, it goes to 4. So even then, for some of you guys are probably fighting to let go of things that no longer served you in the past or like are hindering you now. Okay? So that's definitely another thing that I'm getting. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Geminis, I do see that you guys are going to be getting what you want. Even though things are like hard or things may be a little bit rough at the moment, you're going to be finding it. Okay? For those of you who do not, I keep hearing for those of you who don't have your own space or your own place to stay, you're going to be getting it. Okay? But you just need to be patient. It takes time. I kind of feel like this too. For some of you guys who are letting go of people who no longer serve you or who no longer benefit you or who are no longer good for you, I'll say it that way. You guys are fighting off your emotions because it's hard for you to cut them off. Even though you might like to somewhat keep your emotions a little distant, you do have a heart. And some of you guys, that's exactly why you try keeping your emotions distant, is because people have taken advantage of your pure heart a lot in the past. So you try keeping it detached. But with this 8 of Wands, I'm just basically getting that for some of you guys are, when you're in the process of letting go of these people, it's kind of like you're fighting off your emotions. You're fighting off the emotional aspect that comes into it. Because sometimes, and you know this, and I think that's another reason why you detach yourself from your heart, is because our heart, and you know that phrase where it says, love makes you do stupid things, or love has you do stupid things. So again, this comes into the form of family, friends, and significant others. I like to keep my readings general, okay? So it could be any aspect of your life. But I feel like right now you're fighting to be okay, you know? You have a lot of stuff going on in regards to your materials, your money, your finances, your just life overall on the external basis. So I kind of feel like that's also another reason why you're putting off the emotional aspect, because you're like, I don't have time to feel. I don't have time to feel. I don't have time to feel, especially if you guys have kids. But, and I understand that. But if you don't handle your emotions well, your kids are watching you. Even though they don't say it or whatever, you're basically teaching them how to handle their emotions. So if you're not handling your emotions well, they're not going to handle it well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And yes, it's understandable, but make sure you take time to connect with your kids. Okay, I get it where you're like, I don't have time to feel, I don't have time to feel, but it's important that you learn how to feel while dealing with this. Learn how to find the ebb and flow to life, okay? Because you guys are constantly on the move, but you guys don't have time to feel, and then you guys leave that part out, but then you get smacked later, and then it hits you, okay? So, let's see. But it is going to be slow moving too. Your stability, your security, your finances, it is going to be there, okay? But the knight, especially the Knight of Pentacles, he's one of the most slowing moving knights in the deck. However, whatever he sets his mind to or sets his goals to, he actually accomplishes that. It never fails. So it might take forever, but he's going to get there. It's going to happen. So keep that in mind too. Even though it might feel like forever and it's not happening in the pace that you want it to happen, it's going to happen. You just got to be patient, and that might be a struggle for you. Okay? But this is what your future looks like. Peace, abundant, stability, happiness. And when you get this, you're going to be so happy, so motivated, so inspired, so energized. Like your energy is going to be light and fulfilled. Let's see. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, of love and light, I ask that you please give me insight. Ooh. Another message that I got. This is not for every Gemini, so again, don't take it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Let it fly. If it is for you, you're going to feel it. Trust me. For some of you guys had good people around you, trustworthy friends, maybe even trustworthy partners. But some of you guys didn't see that and left them in the dark. So now you're dealing with fucked up people. Okay, so now you're dealing with untrustworthy people. So it's weird because the Gemini that I picked up right now, they or the message for a particular Gemini that I picked up right now, you've been around so many fucked up people that that's what you're used to, that when you encountered a good person, you didn't know how to treat them. Okay, so you left them in the dark, and now that one person that you could have relied on during this one time, you don't have them around. That's for specific Geminis, okay? That's not for everyone, just saying. So, ooh, you saw that? Bam! And notice how long I was shuffling and nothing came out, right? And then all of that comes out as soon as I say that. That's interesting. And it was exactly 3 cards, and I asked for 3 cards. Wow. Okay, so I'll flip those over right now. But that's exactly why it says, fuck, shit's about to get real. Make sure you have the people who are real that are around you, okay? Some of you guys don't have that, and that's a lesson, okay? That's not going to be forever, but definitely. Damn. Ooh, okay. All right, so the first card I have is Mountains, and it says stand your ground, okay? And that's what this is too. I love how this is here, and this is like the fighting card, and you see how the hand's out, and it says stand your ground. So even when I said about how some of you guys are, especially with relationships, situations, environments, or whatever that you're emotionally connected to, you know it's not good for you, so you're standing your ground, but you're shutting your heart out, because sometimes it's not that the heart is weak, and it's not that the heart makes us do all it does. It does. That's why that phrase came out. But sometimes our heart is just like, are you sure? Are you sure we can't give them one more chance? Are you sure? So I feel like this is a point where for whichever Gemini that I'm speaking to, or I have a message for, definitely keep listening to yourself when it says stand your ground. Okay, and don't let your emotions or your heart get the best of you, or you let the wrong people in. But don't shut it off completely where you let the right people go. Okay, or you disappoint the right people. Because now, depending on whatever you did, you can have the right people around you or you can have the wrong people around you. And that was all based on your own decisions. So keep that in mind as well, too. But it's not a bad thing. It's just life happens, okay? Good things happen in life. Bad things happen in life. You just got to take your lessons with it, okay? Every win is a victory. Every loss is a lesson. That's how I started looking at things. So that might be it, too. Okay, and the next card that I have for you is called Shapeshifter. It says transform and, unveil your gifts. There we go. Okay, so whatever with this Knight of Pentacles is kind of showing me that That's one thing that I like about Geminis is that they adapt. Okay, they're quick to adapt. They're quick to think on their feet, and that's what I like about that. You know. So I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're using that ability of yours to go with the flow of things, to think on your feet very quickly. You're adjusting to your situation. There we go. Adjusting to your situation, and that takes time. Right? Shapeshifter. Shape-shifting into a form of you that's going to benefit you in your life. That's going to help you in your life, right? Like for instance, whenever you experience a lesson, you have a choice whether to learn from it or not. When you learn from it, you like basically transform and you adjust. When you don't and you resist, you basically stay the same. Okay? So that's definitely another thing. All right, so the last message that I got for you was Medicine Mother. And it says, honor your inner knowledge. Yes. The more you honor your inner knowledge, the more you listen to your intuition and your spirit or your instincts. I like that because animal instincts, right? The more you listen to your intuition, the more you're going to receive what you want, right? You have the knowledge. You have the... Wow. And we were just talking about lessons too. So this is talking about the inner lessons that you learned. Making sure to be careful what type of people you keep around you and not just to keep anybody around, right? So to rid yourself of the people who are not good for you, but then to treat those who are good for you respectfully and well, okay? But I do see that under this Four of Wands. So you do have more opportunities for good things to happen in life. Again, that's life, bad and good, right? So right now you may be going through shit and you might be like, it might be a not so good time in your life right now. But as long as you take these experiences that you're dealing with now, the shitty experiences, and you learn from them, you process them, and you let them go, then you can move on and you can use that knowledge, use what you learned from those shitty experiences, and transform it into something good. Like Biggie said, take your life from a negative and switch it to a positive, right? That's what you do, okay? So, yes. That's what I got for you, my lovely Geminis. I hope that it helped you. I hope it gave you insights. And till next time.